Welcome back, everyone, to Pontos Fathom Hobbies. This is Season 15, Episode 4 of Tainted Grail Red Death. We're just wrapping up Round 3. We've gotten both the beginning of the Dance Macabre portion of the game is unfurled. We've got the Up the City march. We've also got the Sentinel on the board. He's in the shantytown. We're still in the Flotsam. We're going to be making our way out of it in this round. Let's see what we have next. Let's continue back to location 402 and try to figure out some more exploration here in the Flotsam. So it says you stand your ground on something. We're standing on all the broken ship pieces. Two of the places to stand on a patch of garbage, the bow section of a long wooden galley, and an odd angle, and there's a buoy. So let's go we investigated the galley last time. Let's go and investigate the buoy this time. We'll go to verse 5. Someone built a wooden shelter atop the buoy. Climbing it isn't easy. It sways under your weight, but you finally manage. Inside the bobbing shack, you find a desiccated corpse grasping onto a small box. The occupant of this refuge made countless scratches in a plank wall, probably counting days. They must have been here for a very long time. Break out the box. Search inside the shack. Turn back. You investigate the scratches and see that some of them are emboldened and marked with circles. You see a pattern here with 8 thin scratches, thick scratch, 18 thin scratches, thick scratch, 8, 1, 18, 1, and so on. Gain the Perplexing Clues status part 1. Perplexing Clues status part 1. Have it already. In the corner, hidden under tattered clothes, you find a toolbox, crude nails, all the equipment needed to build a shelter. If you have secret card 120, go to verse 10. No, ignore them. Go back to verse 5 and make another choice. Let's try to break out of the box. The box contains human ashes and a handful of small teeth. Go back to... okay, so search inside the shack. Let's go back to the beginning. So we've looked at the buoy. We've investigated the galley. We can keep going to the wreckage. Verse 3. We can search below the decks. If you have the trinkets and baubles, part 2, there's nothing more here. Trinkets and baubles, part 2. Trinkets and baubles, no. Otherwise, read on. You descend into the broken hull, trying not to slip into the cold, dark abyss. There are several scrolls written in an unfamiliar language, definitely magical, as they would have decayed otherwise. As you inspect them, the water near you explodes, and a gigantic creature resembling a crab emerges. Gain 3 magic and the Trinkets and Baubles Part 3 status. Trinkets and Baubles Part 3 status. Trinkets and Baubles Part 3. Resolve the benthic crawler, purple encounter. The benthic crawler. Purple encounter, the benthic crawler. Okay, here's this creature here. The benthic crawler. Place him up here. So let's go ahead and take a look here. Benthic crawler. He has 20 hit points. Let's go ahead and have Bayor start with the staggering strike. He's also fighting with Excalibur. So this is going to give him a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then we're going to also go to Maggot. Maggot is going to use the... Maggot will use his overhead smash as well. Overhead smash is going to give him 2x of that, so that's 5. It's going to bring that up to 10. And then finally, we're going to have Ailey with the crippling strike. Now let's see a better one for her. Let's have her do the stone's throw. It's also a 1x here, but this also gives her 2, 3. So that's going to be 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 hits the crawler. So, So that's going to finish the crawler off. With a 20, we resolve secret card 161 at the start of this encounter. What's secret card 161? Secret card 161. Secret card 160. Oh, I don't have that. Secret card 161. It says the giant crab claws. Okay. So that's the giant crab claw. We fought that off as a part of this benthic crawler. And then we loot. We get 5 food from this. And that's going to do it for that. So let's grab 5 food. And we can just spread this between us. Okay. Okay, so we've gotten that taken care of. And let's see, we do that benthic crawler. Regardless of the results, okay, then we go from the benthic crawler. Let's go now to dig through the rubbish. So we haven't done this yet. Each party, that goes, each says there's nothing more than dirt and bones in this pile of rubbish. So I guess we're going to go back to the galley, keep going through the rubbish. 3, check the lower decks. 6, enter the captain's cabin. 9, go back on the deck, verse 3. If you have Fomorians Part 1, do we have the Fomorians Part 1? No. Go to verse 1. Otherwise, read to verse Fomorians Part 1, read verse 11. We've already read that. 6 and 9. 6. So I guess we've got to go to shore. Yeah, so I think that's going to do it for this. So I think we have to go to encounter the Fomorian there on the shore. So how do we get off this flotsam? I guess we can just go right into the gain the wreckage of the gallery, verse 1. We've done that. We can dig in the rubbish, verse 8. We can search inside the back of the shack, verse 2. We can go to verse 5 to make another choice. We can use the tools, verse 10. We've already done that. We pulled the masks off already. Black iron bolts. Search the lower decks. Enter the captain's cabin, 9. Search the lower decks, 6. You've descended to the broken... if you have trinkets and baubles, 2. We don't have that. It says, you descended to the broken hull, trying not to slip in the cold abyss. There are several scrolls written in unfamiliar language. They're definitely magical. And then exploration ends. So I guess that's it for Flotsam. So we're going to wrap it up here in Flotsam. I guess our strategy is we're going to go and have to combat this guy. So let me go back into the Dance Macabre rules and just check it out. So for Dance Macabre 100, let's just follow on this one. Dance Macabre versus character. This card is used to track the current location of Dance Macabre if it's not in the table. The number in front of the base outline shows the current location of the Dance Macabre. So it's actually the Dance Macabre is in 10, right here. So do we like track it with one of these tokens like this? Is that how we're supposed to track it actually? If you discard a location, the Dance Macabre can only be present in a revealed location or in the Dance Macabre card. So he's here in the 510. The Dance Macabre is there as well. Any characters present in this location go to verse 109. So I guess we can just do that in our next turn. So we're going to go to the Dance Macabre and see what's going to go on. Any characters that walks into a location adjacent to the Dance Macabre gains 1 unless they have secret card 115. So we also are gaining 1 terror here. Characters in all locations adjacent to that gain 1 terror unless they have secret card 115. Okay, Dance Macabre versus Guardians. Okay, so that's going to do it. So guys, we're going to leave it at that. Before we go, quick shout out from this channel's sponsor, Pontos Fathom Press. Go to our links down below in the description. You can check out a bookstore link. We've got a massive omnibus copy of Catu Journals out of Lovecraft's Providence, collecting all 6 volumes of this Lovecraftian epic, and featuring everything from Hermeticism of Hastur, Necromancy of Nyarlathotep, Genealogy of Cthulhu, and the other books. There's also Alchemy and Anthroposophy in the Dune Saga. We've got our newest release, Artificial Psychoanalysis of Desiring Machines. Deep dive in section 2 of this book into the history of AI as it's represented in film. Moldenhauer calls cinema artificial memory, where we have computer artificial intelligence. And he also looks into the internet as sort of the parent complex of our AI. So it's very interesting. And then lastly, our new series coming out, Alchemical Courtship in the Dreamlands. Volume 1, Aim Aimless, Aim Vicious. Volume 2 should be coming out soon. Hope's Home, Mysterious Heart. You can see the cover art featuring Daleth Lean. All of these books are adjacent to the Lovecraftian Dreamlands lore with a sort of alchemical theme to it all. And then finally coming out later this year, Stubborn Devotions, Inventing and Forgiving. Go check them out. Check out the bookstore. You can check out our Patreon as well. Stay abreast of our Song of Ice and Fire, miniature painting and gameplay. We've got Grail, Tainted Grail miniature painting out there as well. Cthulhu Death May Die is prominent this year. We're doing some Battlestar Galactica, Conan by Monolith, War of the Rings, lots more things out there. So go check out the playlists, and we will see you in the next gameplay. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.